that those teens can have without them. It's a concept that actually one teacher over in Agawam has seen in his classroom year after year.
And a problem he's trying to solve. He sat down with Western Mass News reporter Sabrina Riley to show us how he's combating the issue.
All right, kids, so we're going to be talking about cell phones here.
Cell phones, a device that's become hard to live without, especially for teenagers.
Their whole entire life is within this phone. It's a source of communication with friends, family, their radio, their TV, their video games are on the cell phones. So everything that's important to them outside of school becomes a nuisance and sort of a problem inside of school.
That's why Agawam High School psychology teacher Dave Frederico sat down with Western Mass News to talk about how he's seen cell phones impact his students.
The whole entire time, okay, this thing's going off.
In your pocket?
In my pocket.
As we talk?
As we talk.
At the beginning of every school year, Mr. Federico has all the students in his classroom go up to the front of the classroom and put their phone on a whiteboard as a kind of social experiment.
I want you to imagine, okay? Ping, ding. Do we have a little anxiety? Do we have a little fear of what we're missing? Okay, you get another notification. It's your best friend. What's the anxiety level? What's the anxiety level? That person could want you for something. They might need you for something, all right? They might have big news. What's the anxiety level at?
10.
Like a 10.
It's an experiment he does year after year, trying to teach his students that the anxiety they feel could be a sign they're addicted to their devices.
It's one of those real life lessons that I try to work with them. Me as an adult, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a coach, and a teacher. Wearing 4 hats, my cell phone is constantly ringing, and there's been situations where I've been in a meeting and I'm expecting an important text or phone call and I want to reach down, but knowing when and where to take that text or return that phone call is the key to being successful in life.
According to the National Institute on Drug Abuse for Teens, they refer to cell phone addiction as nomophobia, an abbreviation for no mobile phone phobia. They say symptoms include anxiety or panic over losing your phone, obsessively checking for missed calls, emails, and texts, using your phone in inappropriate places, and missing out on opportunities for face-to-face interaction. Symptoms students in Mr. Frederico's class could relate to.
So it's hard to be without your phone for an extended period of time?
Yeah. I hate not being from my phone.
So I just feel curious and sometimes I want to go and check.
Some even admit to finding a spare device when their phones get taken away by a parent or teacher, something they call burner phones.
You know people who've done that?
Me.
They'll tell me to get their phone taken away, and then I'll see a text from them and they say they borrowed their friends or their iPad or something.
Last year actually I had 4 phones. So I have my phone and a couple buddies. I give them burner phones and for the teacher when they collect the phones, and then we're just on our phones throughout the class.
Tech expert Stan Prager explains the definition of burner phones has shifted from the criminal context to one that kids are using to get around the rules. He warns parents that all teens need to stay connected is an old phone and a Wi-Fi password.
I think parents should be aware that kids are pretty sophisticated today, and it's not really easy to shut them out of social networking or shut them out of the internet or shut them out of communicating with their friends. It's possible, but it's increasingly difficult.
A reality Mr. Federico recognizes and one he's trying to work within.
We're a digital nation, whether we like it or not. And unfortunately, in the world that we grow up in, or what these kids grow up in, they're around their cell phones 24/7. They dictate their lives.
And he says that by restricting them, the problem only gets worse. He believes the more we educate them on the consequences, the more we help them find phone security in our digital world.
I want them to understand, it might be there, the anxiety might be there, but there are ways to cope with it, and there are ways to deal with it in the future. So if we can pinpoint the anxiety and then come up with ways to deal with it, I think it's beneficial for them.
For Western Mass News, I'm Sabrina Riley.